All right, the first example we're going to look at is this one. We're going to try to find the area between the curves 1/4 x squared plus 3 and the straight line 1/2 x. And we're going to look on the interval from 0 to 3. So the first thing we're going to need to do is always get a decent graph of our problem. So the first function f is a parabola that starts 3 up from the origin, a little wider than normal because of the 1/4 coefficient. G of x is a straight line that goes through 0 and has a slope of 1/2. And so our two functions then f and g. And then what we're going to do is find the area between the curves from 0 to 3. So we're going to be searching for this area. All right, and so to calculate that area between the curves, what we're going to do is think in terms of the high function minus the low function. So in our case, the high function is the parabola, so 1/4 x squared plus 3, and the low function is the straight line, 1/2 x. The interval again is from 0 to 3, so our limits of integration are 0 to 3. All right, removing the parentheses, of course, doesn't really do much. So we can then move on to integrating our function. The integral of 1/4 x squared, we'd have to add 1 to the power and divide by the new, but because there was a 4 there to start with, that would make the denominator a 12. The integral of 3, we attach the variable of integration, and then the integral of 1/2 x would be add 1, divide by the new, but there was a 2 in the denominator already, so that means the new denominator would be a 4. Then our vertical line notation with the limits of integration, and then we perform f-tick. So everywhere we see an x, put in 3. Minus, everywhere we see an x, put in 0. Start to simplify. 3 to the third is 27. 27 twelfths. We could cancel a 3 top and bottom, so that would be 9 fourths. 3 times 3 is 9. 3 squared is 16. Oops, sorry. Try that again. 9 fourths. Then all of these terms in the second set of parentheses will zero out. And so we'd end up with 9 fourths plus 9 minus 9 fourths. So these two fellas just zero each other out. So 9 minus 0 would be 9 square units. So the area between the two curves, the two functions, 1/4 x squared plus 3 and 1/2 x on the interval from 0 to 3, the area would be a total of 9.